First, turn to my panel to digest exactly what has happened tonight, and it is at a whiplash pace. CNN chief media analyst Brian Stelter's here, executive editor at Deadline Dominick Patton, also comedian and host of Stand Up with Pete Dominick, Pete Dominick. I'm glad to have all of you here. I mean, everyone's drinking the news from a fire hose since this decision came out. Brian, why did they come to this decision, ABC?
Well, ABC executives knew that some local stations were running scared, Laura. The ABC broadcast network is carried over the airwaves by local stations that are licensed by the FCC, and most of those stations are owned by other companies, not Disney. And several of those companies have pending business before the FCC. Now, in the pre-Trump era, this wouldn't matter very much. The government regulators that oversee the airwaves basically have just rubber-stamped licenses for decades. If you own a station, you get renewed every 8 years. But President Trump has weaponized the FCC. He's repeatedly threatened station licenses. And FCC Chair Brendan Carr has followed Trump's lead. That's why we heard him on a right-wing podcast this afternoon threatening Disney and urging ABC to suspend Kimmel, to punish Kimmel somehow. Now, I'm told that Kimmel wanted to address this uproar during his taping tonight, but ABC pulled the plug about an hour or so before the taping could begin, mostly because ABC was hearing from those other station owners that were afraid of the threats and wanted to make sure that they were not punished by the government. Now we're hearing from fellow comedians, free speech groups, the ACLU, so many criticisms, so many, condemnations of ABC tonight. Even the union that represents the musicians that play on Kimmel's show has spoken out tonight, calling this state censorship, calling it a direct attack on free speech. The one person we haven't heard from yet is Jimmy Kimmel.
I would have loved to hear I look forward to hearing what he has to say, frankly, and what his reaction would be. I'm sure it's a little bit of shell shock at this point. Pete, a fellow comedian, we've entered some new territory here. Do you think, you heard what he said, do you think he crossed the line? Are you confused?
No, he didn't cross the line. First of all, comedy should be legal. This is, hopefully historians refer to this as the great capitulation. I mean, listen, I'll just quote Tucker Carlson, because just not too long ago today, he is now calling out Trump's own administration, accusing them of using Charlie Kirk's assassination as a pretext to abolish the First Amendment and round up Americans and Nazify the country. I mean, that's Tucker Carlson's words, not mine. So
I haven't heard that. I want to hear it.
As far as comedians are outraged right now. Comedians are losing their minds right now because we are in solidarity. You're going to hear from Jimmy Kimmel and probably on Stephen Colbert's show or all of their shows. Tomorrow night, I hope Colbert has Jimmy Kimmel on. I hope he has hundreds of other influential comedians on. This cannot last. And I mean, most importantly, we need to all be speaking out. And Michael Ian Black, who, of course, is on the great show that you guys have on Saturday nights with Roy Wood and Amber Ruffin, hilarious comedian, has a great piece out about this because right now we need to be speaking out now more than ever. People are terrified. I've been inundated. He's been inundated with warnings, and he writes they're well-intentioned, these people that are concerned. I could not disagree with them. But now more than ever, it's vital that Americans not self-censor. Now more than ever, it's important for people to express themselves, especially comedians.
Let's talk about that, Dominic, because ABC, they say this is not a cancellation. Here is where we talk about the semantics of the conversation. It's an indefinite suspension. Sounds very similar to me. Indefinite off air. He is also the host still, though, of ABC's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But like Brian has mentioned, his contract for the late night show, I think it's up at the end of this year.
That's right.
Will he return to his late night show? Should he eat it if they offer it back to him? I mean, to take him off based on what's happened here, I'm not sure where he goes from there.
Well, look, you always have to ask yourself, Laura, do you want to get back together with the person who just broke up with you, even if they say they love you again? You know, the fact of the matter is Disney made a very, very hard decision here. This went on, as we've talked about, I think Brian brought it up, and we've reported it on Deadline. There was a lot of conversations today about this, and there was a lot of trepidation about what Jimmy was going to say today. They hadn't let the audience into his Hollywood Boulevard studio today.
Really?
They were pretty close. So I think the real question is what is the next? Because there's a greater context here. We saw a South Park episode that criticized and mocked Charlie Kirk, whose death was an absolute tragedy. Please, nobody think that I or anyone should think otherwise. Anyone's death like that is a tragedy. But a South Park episode was taken off that mocked Charlie Kirk. MSNBC took a commentator off who made comments. Now we've seen this happen. We saw in July, as you mentioned, Stephen Colbert go off. Words like censorship feel very uncomfortable in America, but I think a man who shares the same surname as my Christian name just pointed out, that is a place where we are. The question is where do we go next? And more importantly in that, how do we get there? Will Stephen Colbert address this more vehemently tomorrow? Unfortunately, today, everybody had already taped by the time this phone call was made this afternoon.
Yeah.
Ability here is, how does Jimmy Kimmel come back?
I mean, Pete, I know you want to react to that, given the circumstances.
It's just really important that people understand that comedy there is no sacred space. It's comedy. 9/11, cancer, Holocaust, the worst things. I opened for Joan Rivers. She made the most offensive jokes I've ever heard, and she had a huge following. The market can decide. But this is an attack on the career and integrity of every comedian, writer, and performer. And we have to remain in solidarity and speak out together. Something has to be done, and it has to be done in solidarity across the board. And by the way, wait till Trump supporters Adam Carolla and Joe Rogan crack their mics. I don't think they're going to like it much more than Tucker Carlson did. My friend Greg Proops, by the way, just posted, comedian, I hope everyone enjoys one channel with nothing but Oral Roberts and hee-haw.
Brian, I know you want to jump in. I know we don't have much time, but please.
I'm thinking about what Timothy Snyder said tonight. He's the author of On Tyranny. He said the general pattern in regime change is that the comedy gets better and then it gets banned. We want to think that in the United States, we are somehow superior and safer, and we're not at risk of the democratic backsliding that we've seen in other countries. But this pattern has played out before in countries like Hungary, in Turkey, in numerous other countries. This pattern has played out before,
but Brian,
where speech rights are curtailed.
It's also played out. It's also played out here in America. The irony of ironies, the reason Jimmy Kimmel went on the air in 2003 was because Bill Maher was canceled in 2002 for saying that he didn't believe the 9/11 terrorists, and they were terrorists, he didn't believe it was fair to call them cowards. This has happened before. This is part of a cycle we have in this country where we do, as people saw in the late 60s and the 50s, and now, unfortunately, we're in a dark time like that now. Free speech don't feel so free in America.
Nothing like this.
I'll tell you, what's that old saying?
Allow fear.
A republic if you can keep it. Gentlemen, we'll keep talking. Thank you so much.